Ever found yourself dealing with someone who seems to think the world revolves around them? Well, you may have crossed paths with a narcissist. These individuals possess a unique blend of traits that can make them quite challenging to handle. They often exhibit grandiosity, lack empathy, and have a relentless craving for admiration. It's like trying to sail a boat amidst choppy seas. But don't you worry, we're here to help you navigate these tricky waters. First things first, we need to understand what we're dealing with. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD for short, is more than just an inflated ego or a hefty dose of self-love. It's a genuine personality disorder characterized by a persistent pattern of grandiosity, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. NPD is often caused by a complex dance between genetics and environment. It's like a two-step, where nature and nurture waltz together to create a personality that is self-focused to the extreme. Childhood experiences, particularly those involving parents or caregivers who either excessively pamper or excessively criticize, often play a significant role in the development of NPD. But how do you spot a narcissist? Well, the symptoms of NPD often manifest as an exaggerated sense of self-importance. People with NPD might constantly talk about their achievements and talents, expecting others to recognize them as superior. They may also have a sense of entitlement, requiring constant, excessive admiration and struggling with criticism or defeat. One of the most distinguishable traits, though, is their lack of empathy. They are unwilling or unable to recognize or understand the feelings and needs of others. This often leads to relationships that are one-sided, emotionally draining, and ultimately damaging. Remember, though, these symptoms should be persistent and pervasive to be considered a disorder. We all have our moments of self-centeredness, but with NPD, it's a constant state of being. It's important to note that narcissism isn't a choice. It's not a switch someone can flip on and off. It's a deeply ingrained pattern of behavior, a way of perceiving and interacting with the world that is as much a part of them as the color of their eyes or the sound of their voice. So, why is understanding narcissism so crucial? Well, it's because knowledge is power. Recognizing the signs of NPD can help you navigate interactions with a narcissist, protecting your own emotional well-being while also understanding the challenges they face. Understanding their mindset is the first step towards dealing with a narcissist. Now that we've got a grasp on what narcissism is, it's time to establish some boundaries. Boundaries, my friends, are like invisible lines that separate us from others. They help us maintain our individuality, protect our emotional well-being, and ensure that our physical space is respected. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, those boundaries can get blurred or outright ignored. That's why it's essential to consciously establish and enforce them. Let's start with emotional boundaries. These are crucial to protect your self-esteem and mental health. For instance, a narcissist might try to belittle or gaslight you to boost their ego. In such scenarios, it's important to stand your ground and assertively communicate your feelings. You might say something like, "I understand your perspective, but I don't agree. I feel hurt when you say things like that." This asserts your feelings without attacking the other person. Physical boundaries are just as important. These might involve personal space, privacy, or even your belongings. If a narcissist encroaches on these, it's crucial to be firm and clear. For example, you might say, "I'm not comfortable with you going through my personal things. Please respect my privacy." Remember, setting boundaries isn't about controlling the other person. It's about asserting your rights and creating a safe space for yourself. You can't control how a narcissist behaves, but you can control how you respond. And sometimes the best response is to distance yourself. However, setting boundaries with a narcissist isn't always easy. They may react negatively, accuse you of being selfish, or try to guilt trip you into backing down. But don't let this deter you. Hold your ground and keep asserting your needs. It might be tough, but it's necessary for your well-being. And here's something important to remember. It's okay to seek help. If you're struggling to establish or maintain boundaries, consider reaching out to a mental health professional. They can provide guidance and support during this challenging process. Remember, your feelings and needs are just as important. Ever tried arguing with a narcissist? It's like trying to nail Jell-O to a tree. Now, isn't that a vivid picture? But it's an accurate one. Engaging in an argument with a narcissist can often feel futile and exhausting. They have a knack for twisting words and situations to their advantage, leaving you feeling like you're the one in the wrong. This is a common tactic they use, and it's called gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where the narcissist makes you question your own perception of reality. They might deny things they've said or done, or they'll accuse you of misunderstanding. It's a frustrating experience, to say the least. But it's important to remember that this is a manipulation tactic. It's not about you. It's about their need to feel superior. Another common trap is the blame game. Narcissists have a hard time accepting responsibility for their actions. They'll often point the finger at others, especially during an argument. If you find yourself in this situation, try not to get defensive. Instead, keep your responses short and factual. And then there's the victim card. Narcissists are experts at playing the victim when they feel threatened. They'll try to evoke sympathy or guilt to manipulate the situation in their favor. If you sense this happening, it's best to disengage from the conversation. Remember, it's not your job to fix their perceived problems. Throughout these confrontations, maintaining your composure is key. It's easy to get swept up in the heat of the moment, but losing your cool only gives them more ammunition. Instead, try to stay calm and collected. Practice deep breathing. Take a moment to collect your thoughts before responding, and don't be afraid to walk away if things become too heated. Arguing with a narcissist can be a draining experience, but by recognizing these argument traps and learning how to navigate them, you can protect your emotional well-being. It's about standing your ground, maintaining your sanity, and not getting drawn into their tangled web of manipulation. Avoiding their argument traps is crucial to maintaining your sanity. Remember, it's not about winning the argument. It's about preserving your mental and emotional health. Sometimes we need a little bit more than just our own strength to deal with narcissists. When you're dealing with a narcissist, the situation can often feel overwhelming. It's like you're constantly walking on eggshells, unsure of what might trigger the next episode of narcissistic behavior. It can be mentally and emotionally draining, and sometimes we need a helping hand to guide us through these challenging times. This is where professional help comes in. Therapists, counselors, psychologists, they're all trained to help you navigate these tricky waters. They provide a safe space for you to express your emotions, fears, and anxieties without judgment. They can help you understand the dynamics of your relationship with the narcissist and equip you with strategies to protect your mental and emotional well-being. But seeking professional help isn't just about dealing with the narcissist. It's also about taking care of your mental health. The stress of dealing with a narcissist can take a toll on your mental well-being, and it's crucial to remember that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Therapy or counseling can help you regain control of your mental health. It can help you rebuild your confidence, self-esteem, and resilience, which often take a hit when you're dealing with a narcissist. It can provide you with a sense of empowerment, helping you regain control of your life, and let's not forget self-care. It's essential to make time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Whether it's reading a book, going for a walk, meditating, or spending time with loved ones, these activities can help you recharge and rejuvenate. So, don't be afraid to seek professional help. It's not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It shows that you value your mental health and well-being. It shows that you're not willing to let the narcissist drain your energy and joy. Remember, it's okay to seek help. You're not alone in this. All right, folks, let's wrap this up. We've taken quite a journey today, exploring the complex realm of narcissism. We've delved into the heart of understanding what it means to be a narcissist, the inflated sense of self-importance, the lack of empathy for others, and the deep-seated need for admiration. We've also talked about the importance of establishing boundaries. Remember, it's essential to protect your space, both physically and emotionally. Don't let anyone, narcissist or not, cross those lines you've drawn in the sand. Then we went on to discuss avoiding argument traps. Narcissists have a knack for turning things around, making themselves the victim. But with the right tactics, you can sidestep these traps, avoiding unnecessary conflicts and maintaining your peace. And lastly, we touched on seeking professional help. If you're in a situation where a narcissist is causing you distress, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional. They're equipped with the tools and knowledge to help you navigate these tricky waters. Dealing with a narcissist can be challenging, but with the right tools and mindset, you can navigate your way through. Remember, you are important and your feelings matter. Don't let anyone belittle your worth. Stand strong, stand tall, and remember, you've got this.